Say, man, hey, man, Bud Crawford has spoken. Yeah, Terence Bud Crawford, he has some words to say about everything Gervonta Davis said about him in a recent interview. Let's talk about what Bud Crawford had to say to Tank. I'm going to let y'all hear the audio so you can hear it for yourself. And we just going to cook on it and build on just this whole situation. Before we do, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's cook. What's happening? So, it ain't no secret that Terence Bud Crawford and Gervonta Davis, they don't like each other. Bud made that very clear that, hey, I'm a fan of Gervonta Davis in the ring. I think he's a hell of a fighter, but I don't like the dude as a person. You know what I'm saying? I don't like nothing about him as a human being, as a person, outside of the boxing ring, right? Personally. Everybody knows why Terence Crawford feels the way that he does. It ain't no secret. Gervonta Davis has been talking shit about Bud Crawford for quite some time now. Now, recently, Gervonta Davis, he did an interview and, people ask him how did he feel about the things that Bud has said about him, like, how he don't like him personally. And Tank Davis, he looked like he was pissed off and he was like, how the F is he gonna say that he don't like me? He don't know me, So he just hating on me. All these guys is hating on me. Gervonta has said that Shakur Stevenson is hating on him and jealous and just everybody hating on him because they want his spot. We even seen Gervonta Davis trying to have a pissing contest with Terence Bud Crawford saying that, I got more money than you and all of that. And Bud was like, why are you on here talking about who got the most money when we both rich? You know what I'm saying? We both rich. It ain't nothing that you can do with your money that I can't go do. It ain't nothing that you can buy that I can't buy. So why is this even a conversation? And we seen that play out on Twitter a couple months ago. But regardless of all of that, let me play y'all the audio from Terence Bud Crawford, what he had to say in response to Gervonta Davis's recent comments.
But going back to Tank, he called you a hater. He said you was hating on him. He said, I know you guys don't like each other. You made it very clear in another interview that you respect him as a fighter. You think he's a great fighter, but on a personal level, he's not your cup of tea. What's your response to him saying you're a hater and it's like, F you?
What have I ever hated on Tank about? There's nothing to hate on him about. When you compare the careers, it's like night and day, boy. You can't even tie my shoestrings, So to call me a hater is crazy. I never hated on him. I always supported him. I always watched his fights. I never said he couldn't fight. When you go back to things like a person of being a hater, Tank came at me first. Mm-hmm. I never said nothing to him. He said that I had the glass chin. He the one that said if he touched my chin, I was going to sleep. He the one that started, this I would say beef or whatever you want to call it, disagreement with Terence Crawford because I was coming up to fight Spence. He the one that was saying my name. I never said nothing about him. So who's really the hater?
Y'all smash the like button because we got to cook on what he said. We got to cook on it. He said this man can't even tie my shoelaces when you compare the both of our careers. So, man, y'all smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed. And let's cook on what he just said. Gervonta Davis, man, he's had a lot to say about Terence Bud Crawford. He's even got very, very disrespectful. Everything that Bud Crawford said, he was telling the truth. Tank Davis came at him first. You feel me? And when he said that Gervonta Davis can't even tie his shoelaces when you compare their careers, he ain't telling the lie. I mean, he's not. You didn't see Bud Crawford, what he did to Errol Spence and then what he did to Madrimov. Those two opponents right there alone, Gervonta Davis's resume can't touch. And, you know, I'm not going to go back and forth on their resume, but as far as legacy, he can't touch Terence Bud Crawford, a man that is a two-time undisputed in two different weight classes, and he going to his third weight class to try to be undisputed again. You can't touch that. You know, his legacy will live on forever, way far and above Gervonta Davis's legacy, especially if Tank Davis continue on the path that he been down. You can get mad, you can bite blood out your bottom lip. The truth is the truth, and you ain't hating if you're telling the truth. Now, another thing, right? Gervonta Davis tried to make it like, I don't know why he don't like me. Like, right? How can he say that he don't like me? Well, newsflash, you done talked about this man's wife, call his wife fat. You done brought his kids in the situation. You got hella disrespectful. So, of course he don't like you. Is he supposed to like you? Like, that's what really got me when it came to Tank talking about he ain't got no reason to like me. He don't even know me. Like, bro, you made it personal. You made it personal, right? And yes, you had Gervonta Davis talking about if I tap his chin, he going to sleep and all of that, which is, come on, that's some bullshit. Gervonta Davis wouldn't even dare get in the ring inside the square circle or outside the boxing circle and fight a Terence Bud Crawford. Come on, man. Stop all of that fake tough guy shit. All right, come on, man. And so Bud, he kept it, you know, he kept it all the way 100 in this interview, right? I agree with everything he said because it's just facts, you know. And I remember when Tank Davis, the Tankomaniacs, was talking about that Terence Bud Crawford would get knocked out by Gervonta Davis. Tank Davis is sleeping. He'll put him to sleep. Y'all see what Gamboa did to Bud? Imagine what Tank could do to him. Crazy, but you know, at the end of the day, Gervonta Davis don't have no business even mentioning Bud's name or trying to get into this fake ass internet beef with Bud Crawford because you're not going to display the same type of attitude. You ain't going to say these same things if Bud Crawford run up on you. And another thing that Gervonta Davis did, he told Bud, meet me in New York. I'm going to be in New York for my fight weekend. I ain't going to have no security since you say that I got security around. Bruh, it's your fight week. You had more security around you in your fight week than you would just out in the street. So, man, come on, man. We know who faking. We know who pump faking and who bluffing. But all of this between Terence Bud Crawford and Gervonta Davis is pretty much irrelevant because they never gonna fight, you know, so why even talk about each other? But Terence Bud Crawford has a right to address the issue when asked about it. And he didn't tell no lies. He didn't tell no lies. On the other end, when Gervonta Davis talked about it, it was kind of like, man, what are you talking about? He don't know me, so how can he not like me? Well, when you talk about a man's family and their wife, yeah, they're not gonna like you. Anyway, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Drop a comment in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.